Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And with that, I want to introduce Mayor Pedro Segarra.
Happy Earth Day. I mean, God has been so good to us to bless us with this wonderful planet that we oftentimes take for granted and not honor it in the way that we should. So it's very pleasing for me to see so many people here who really do love our planet, love our city, love our parks, and understand the importance of this great event for Earth Day. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. I'm going to keep my comments brief, but I think that we chose this location because we are so privileged in this city to be blessed with so many beautiful parks, this being my favorite. And I know my partner Charlie's here, and he spends a lot of time over at Elizabeth Park, but this is my baby here. So we're gonna recruit you over to do some work here. We know you put a lot of muscle into Elizabeth. You're gonna hopefully do something here. I want to thank DPW and our great employees. We have the best DPW employees. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I value the work that you do, and oftentimes it is unfortunate that the economy and finances don't allow us to honor you the way that I would really like to honor you, but I'm nonetheless grateful, and we'll work together to resolve the challenges that we have. But today is about Earth Day. Today is about home. It's about Hartford being our home. This is our home, and I think that the message that we're trying to carry is that just the same way you wouldn't want, or anybody would want anybody to go into their home and make a mess, we are not going to let anyone make a mess of the city of Hartford and its public spaces, because it is home. So we have to change the culture, and it's only going to come about through basically a lot of educating. Oftentimes people express themselves the way they feel, and the way they feel oftentimes is conducive to littering and not taking care of our environment. So hopefully, as part of this effort, we will carry out a education campaign, but also try to bring and continue to bring more good energy to our parks and public spaces through our movies in the parks, through our skating in the parks, through our yoga in the parks, and all the different wonderful activities that we have, especially by engaging our young kids, our children, our youth, and making sure that we honor them also by continuing to improve our fields. We have 3 Ripken fields that are being built. We want to get our young people out because there is a value in exercise. But this particular campaign, what it means to the city is that we're going to increase our cleaning efforts. But more importantly, we're going to do it differently. We're going to do it by banding together, by having DPW be together with the fire department, with our best police department that we have, our Hartford Police Department. Now, let me say that keeping things clean also means keeping things safe. And there is no one that can not debate the point that we are a safer city, and that thanks to the good work of the police department, along with others, there's a 40% reduction in shooting victims. So I say that because every so often we do have things happen, bad things happen. So that doesn't mean the job is over. I'm going to be expecting more of our chief. I'm going to be expecting more of our men and our women in uniform. We have a lot more work to do, but we're getting there, and we're going in the right direction. We're going to be working with the police department because we also need to let folks know that we are serious about keeping our environment clean. And it is very disrespectful to have our men and women at DPW put their effort into cleaning our street only to see someone who is careless just taking garbage and dumping it, whether it's in the park, whether it's out the windows of their cars, whether it's out the windows of their home. We're not going to tolerate that. And we're going to get a little bit of revenue for our cleaning efforts by start to handing out some fines for those people who really, we have to do it. So we're going to put the responsibility also on the community. It needs to be a shared responsibility. It's our city, it's our home, and we should treat it with respect so that others can respect it, and the people who visit our people, our city, can also respect it. So you might have to hold on a little bit longer to that can of soda or that wrapper or that bag or that McDonald's, Burger King's, Wendy's, because we see a lot of those. One of the things I do want to do is we need to engage those folks and make sure that they also share in the cost of us picking up the fact that they don't have to provide accommodations because they sell it out of a window, and the garbage can is not our city. It is their responsibility, and they need to join into this effort. So hopefully people will develop a new attachment to the excess materials, because we're trying to change our relationship with what we used to call garbage. These are products, these are materials that hopefully we can continue to harness. We can continue to harness the tins, the metals, the papers, the cardboard, the woods, everything that we consider to be garbage, to have people understand that if we want to be responsible with our youth in the future and leave them a better place than what we inherited, we need to change the mentality of how we relate to these objects so that we can create energy out of them, we can recycle and reduce them into other productive products. We are going to be increasing the number of trash receptacles in the city to make it easier, make it a shorter walk, but we do expect you to walk to that garbage can. Otherwise, you're going to get ticketed, because we do want a clean Hartford. So now I want to acknowledge some of the folks that are here today. They have been incredible partners. Many of the people who have been watching closing can see the contribution that each and every one of them have made. So I want to thank Knox, Charmaine Craig, and the folks over at Knox Park. They continue to reforest our city. They continue to help with graffiti eradication. They're taking care of a lot of our medians and flower beds. But more importantly, they're educating our kids and our families to learn about improving the environment. The Business Improvement District is going to be a partner, along with Hartford 2000, the South End NRC, Hyacinth Jennings, who is here. And I saw her in the news last night. She was just going on about this budget and stuff like that. And I says, Hyacinth, just relax. No one here today is getting laid off, so just. The budget is in council's hand, and I trust that in their infinite wisdom, we will get through this with minimal damage. So, this campaign is also going to be rolling out in the Hartford Public Schools. We need to get our kids engaged in this. Donna Suarez is going to be a part of this effort with the NRCs. And every one of you who is here, please, I make it a point whenever I see people litter to get their attention. We need to educate each other. The campaign is going to be rolling out throughout the summer, but this is an ongoing initiative. You're going to see new signs. You're going to hear stories of more people getting citations. We're going to have to, the media will be very good at generating some poster folks for us who don't do their work. So even for us here now, the bar has been raised. We really have to behave. I know there's another mayor from another city that's been caught on camera doing certain things with things that he professes not to do. So I'll be very, very careful. I don't like to litter. That's why my city vehicle looks a little bit like a garbage can, because I just keep everything in there. So I wanna invite our next speaker. As you know, Charmaine Craig is a person that has been involved in many efforts during our city. We have many partnerships with Knox. They've planted over 1,000 trees and counting. We've put in budget monies this year because we recognize the value of restoring our tree canopy. So I want to introduce Hartford's tree lady, Charmaine Craig.
Good afternoon. Greetings, everybody. It's such a great pleasure to be standing here in one of my favorite parks. This has been home to me ever since I arrived from Jamaica because I always felt comfortable here. And I just wanted to tell you, in addition to being the community outreach director at Knox, I'm a lifelong resident here in Hartford. When I first arrived from Jamaica, driving down Zion Street, driving around town, I said, I want to move to the suburbs to raise my kids. But then I went back on Zion Street with fresh eyes with one of the neighborhood activists then, Jackie Fanjame, and she said to me, look at Zion Street, look at the backdrop for Trinity College. And I went, this is badass, I'm staying right here. So I'm still here many years later, and keeping our city clean is personal and professional mission that I take seriously. And as Knox Director of Outreach, I help the residents, the businesses, government build stronger, healthier, and more sustainable neighborhoods. Our commitment is to engage volunteers. We have a strong volunteer management program at Knox. We handle over 2,000 volunteers a year, and during the cleanup period, which is April and May, which is the official Keep America Beautiful cleanup scheduled time. However, with the mayor's initiative, we'll be cleaning all year till it snows. So, we also manage several different corporations that are coming out of their high towers and coming down on the street with us to help manage the litter, to help beautify, plant trees, and so on. It is not Knox's mission to help the communities of Hartford. It is our mission to help the residents to take care of themselves. We're about empowerment, and all of our programs involve community outreach, community involvement, and community leadership. We are here to support whatever it is you are doing, the city is doing, our residents are doing. And in lending a helping hand, we provide lots of support for you. We have tools, we have garbage bags, we have gloves, we have technical support, anything you need to make this work for you. We have a registration form. I brought some. Anybody here who's interested in cleaning up, you can do that by registering with us. We provide the tools. You pick it up the Saturday before. Our cleanups are typically on Saturdays, but we can make a personal project for anybody or any group. We have been a partner with the city for many years. We are important to the city, and the city is important to us. We continue in our efforts to support, to keep Hartford clean and green. And we're thrilled that this initiative is going to happen. Hyacinth and I have been talking about litter for 25 years, before we had gray hairs. And today, finally, we have an initiative that is comprehensive and inclusive. My tip for Earth Day today is boycott the red mulch. Yo, we don't want any more red mulch. It's becoming an epidemic. So let us go back to the brown that looks more natural. Have a great day.
I just want to point out the gentleman over there in the corner who's our new Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Darrell Hill. Welcome to Hartford. Now, for those of you who have been either at Norfolk, Virginia or Hampton, Virginia, you will notice that those cities are particularly very, very clean with absence of litter. So he comes up here with a very high bar in terms of what's expected of everyone. I want to introduce Adam Ney, who's a team leader and outreach engagement coordinator for CBIA. As I told you, this is going to be an effort with high school students, and he is going to be working to engage these high school students to keep our communities clean. Where is he?
Good afternoon, everybody. As you know, I'm Adam. I work at a place called CBIA, that stands for the Connecticut Business and Industry Association. We, along with several other companies, make up the advisory board for the Academy of Engineering and Green Technology at Hartford Public High. And I want to recognize 4 students I brought with me from the Academy of Engineering and Green Technology, who this Saturday, along with 75 other students, we're going to be cleaning up neighborhoods throughout Hartford, around not only Hartford Public High School, but around Etna and around UConn Law School. And we are actually really excited because we understand the mayor is going to come join us for a little bit too. And we look forward to having you, so thank you for that commitment as well. Just a couple comments. I think Hartford's a fairly green city as it relates to other cities in New England. New England. We have solar-powered parking meters. We have big belly trash compactors. There's a couple back there. As mentioned earlier, Knox Parks and the city have planted. Well, how many trees have we planted since the initiative started, Charmaine?
2,040.
Can you say that a little louder?
2,040 over the last 2.5 years.
So in order for us to continue that momentum and carry it on to the next generation, again, we want to recognize students. We want to have students engage their community. One of the things that companies look for are students that are coming out of high school and college with good environmental stewardship skills, good community engagement skills, and social responsibility skills. And all of those skills are going to be enhanced this coming Saturday and moving on. We will continue to do cleanups throughout the fall. And again, on behalf of CBIA, on behalf of Hartford Public High School, and behalf of the business community in general here in Hartford, we are thrilled that this is taking place, and keep cleaning. Thank you.
As I indicated, there's going to be an enforcement component to this effort. So I want to introduce Deputy Chief Brian Foley of the Hartford Police Department to speak a little bit about that.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your continued support. Yes, we've made some good progress here in the city, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if the residents here don't feel safe. One of the things that we can do to make residents feel safe is obviously to improve quality of life. It's important to our chief, it's important to Chief Ford, and as you can see with all our officers here today, it's important to our entire department. We're kind of on the tail end of the littering problem, and we would much rather prevent littering from ever happening, as well as all crimes, but we come at the enforcement end of it. We're working with community court. They know that we're going to start this initiative. We've seen it be effective in the past. People feel safe in a cleaner neighborhood. Crime is less likely to happen in a cleaner neighborhood and more likely to happen where the smaller crimes are let go, essentially. So we will be stepping up enforcement. I can guarantee that throughout the summer. It's going to be a citywide initiative led by Deputy Chief Ford and supported fully by the department and Chief Ravella. Again, we would like to prevent it, but we are the enforcement end. We support the program 100%, and you will see a sharp increase in enforcement. So we ask everyone, please keep our city safe. It's our neighborhood. It helps everyone feel safer. Thank you.
I have Officer Velas is here, and I have a autograph picture for you at my office, pushing somebody out of a snow in the winter. Remember, front page Hartford Current? Our police officers are multi-talented. Also, another young lady who has been incredibly helpful in our efforts to take our city to another level in terms of materials management and waste and recycling is Marilyn Cruz-Aponte. She has been the person who has led our efforts to get legislation, which is a national model for mattress recycling. And more recently, she has been working with us to really restructure the whole structure of the waste and materials management structure for the entire state by supporting our work around Senate Bill 27, which is the restructuring of CRAA. Marilyn Cruz-Aponte.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for coming out today. This is a special park, Keeney Park, and I want to start with that by letting you know that we've spent an enormous amount of time between all the snow plowing and the days that were free to clean. Our employees of Public Works, and particularly Parks, ought to be congratulated for digging in, forestry as well, opening up this park. And I want to thank them first for giving us a beautiful place to launch Clean Hartford. As the mayor mentioned, Clean Hartford is an initiative that is focused on pulling together all the different parties who have had a role to play, Bits Here in Neighborhoods, Knox, other nonprofit organizations, business groups who have little by little tried to do cleanups in their neighborhoods and in their businesses. The mayor's effort is to pull us all together, because together we're much stronger in delivering a message about the responsibility that we have individually as community groups to band together and clean up this city. Only in a coordinated and collaborative way can we really do the heavy lifting that needs to be done to clean Hartford. It's a big job, but it's something that we can achieve. We at Public Works do a lot of work, and we have many hardworking employees who daily ask ourselves the question, is it just us? The answer is no. It is not just Public Works that will be cleaning this city. We want to be a tag team partner because we have the big trucks. You know, we have the big equipment. We have the places to dispose of the trash that we pick up. But what we want to have you look at really clearly is the banner behind us, this beautiful young woman holding litter in her hands. We have a lot of people in our city who do not hold litter in their hands. They let litter fall on our streets. We have people who let go of trash on the side of the roads, and that's the behavior change that has to happen and has to change. Individual responsibility and community standards to not tolerate people letting go of trash in our hands. We will have locations in the next year. We will increase litter containers, but as the mayor mentioned, you can have all the litter containers you want, but if you don't walk to it and deposit your trash, it's not going to help matters. So I want to thank the mayor for really putting together what is Clean Hartford. Clean Hartford is a joining together of those of us who value our planet and value this community and value those who live here and those who visit us. Public Works is a partner, but we need help to clean Hartford. And I want to thank you for being here, and Mayor, for your support in all that we do at Public Works. Thank you.
So we're all going to be joining hands this summer, and I am sure that with the support of all the community, the Friends of the Parks, Knox, and all the different partners, that we will definitely see the results, but more importantly, we will be that much better for it as a community. So thank you all for being here, and if there's any questions, we'll take those, or if not, we will continue to move forward.
May 3rd, we have a park cleanup here, Blue Hill Civic Association, 9 to 1. Rain date May 10th. Tyson's Yenny has one May 3rd in the South End. Plenty of opportunities.
Thank you. Thank you all.